Hello, everyone. Casey here, jumping in before the episode to let you know that the Jesters have a live show performance coming up. On July 29th, we are going to be performing at Sip and Play in Brooklyn. The show starts at 7 p.m., and it's going to be run by the lovely Rachel Kordell, and it's titled The Last Wish. You can get your tickets down below in the description, or you can buy them at the door there. But we hope to see you there either way for this amazing live show performance. We see the once resplendent city of Constantinople, now slowly starting to crumble and decay as the Eastern Roman Empire has cracked. However, life still moves on within this hollow city. A boy, about 5, curly dark hair, brown eyes, and dark tan skin, gripping a brown stuffed bear, makes his way through the markets with his mother. They stop at numerous vendors, his mother haggling over prices. Eventually, they make their way to a shop they haven't been to before. An Italian merchant carrying fruits from far away. The merchant seems ancient to the boy, white hair, deep creases under his eyes. The man gives the boy a welcoming smile as his mother starts her art. The boy smiles back at the man. He knows his mother will win, though. She always does. But he's not interested in that today. The prior is making a speech today, and the boy wishes to see. It should have started by now, not too far from the Strategion. The boy slips free of his mother's grasp to see if he can catch a glimpse. The crowd is too thick, however, and all he sees is the prior tossing a woman to the ground. A witch, maybe? Suddenly, bells ring out through the city of Constantinople. Every church, every fire brigade, every music shop. People rush along the streets in confusion, causing a stampede of footsteps that trample nearly everything underfoot. The boy, clinging to his stuffed bear, cries helplessly, looking for his mother as a cart barrels towards him. The boy is thrust out of the way by the shop owner, whose head cracks loudly against the stone. His mother scoops up the boy and starts to move. What's happening, Mama? I don't know, Aristo. The two make their way to the Strategion, where the prior continues his speech. Word has arrived from Italy and Spain as well. Humankind is once more being tested and shall not enter the Temple of Heaven unless we have repented. Peter has locked the gates to us, and when you are turned away, you are cursed. The prior gestures towards a woman with a large gash across her neck, black ichor sealing the wound closed, her left arm now bearing a tumorous growth from her forearm, almost seeming to be grafted to the bone, a massive crab-like claw. Quickly, Aristos' mother covers his eyes, but that image is burned into his soul. If you do not wish to be cursed as this one has been, remain safe. Do not proceed in any dangerous activity and repent. For the only way to open heaven's doors once again is for us to be worthy.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
What does that
Every
mean?
man has a place.
Whatever happened to predictability?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Lost Requiem, our very first episode. We are very excited to be playing this game of Danse Macabre, a game that is currently on Kickstarter. So if you are interested in this game, be sure to check it out. We have worked with the creators of this game to get it early, and it is phenomenal. So hang out with us as we introduced our guests here. We have Rachel Kordell.
Hi, I'm Rachel Kordell. Are we doing character intros or is that later?
We'll get to that later.
We'll get to that later. Hi.
We have Andrew Frost.
Hi, I'm Andrew Frost. You may know me from being Andrew Frost on RP Jesters.
Incredible.
Incredible. We have Ian.
Oh, that's me. I'm Ian. Or your boy Big.
Yeah, boy.
Oh.
Ian.
And we have Mozz.
Hi, I'm Mozz, or Megan Wright. How's it going?
It is going
Welcome.
great. Welcome to the RP Jesters show. So, as clearly stated in that intro, we are in Constantinople. As I said, we're playing Danse Macabre, a lovely medieval horror game that takes place in 1390s Constantinople. We'll get a little bit more into what is going on here.
Is this historical?
Partially historical. It's a deviated historical story, and we'll get into kind of what that entails as we continue on throughout the show. So, now that introductions are out of the way, let's go ahead and get into it. We are now looking over a city that has changed over the course of 30 years. The resplendent architecture still remains, although partially torn down to reinforce the walls against demoniacs that roam outside, these people who have been changed and lost to maleficia, a strange mutation that occurs after one dies. There's also a clear bisecting line dividing the city between the Greco-Romans and their new neighbors, the Ottomans. In this new history, rather than invade the city, they were allowed into the walls after so many fled after the abandonment, where society was abandoned by death. There's an uneasy balance of power with this new diarchy, but now both the Greco-Romans and the Ottomans share in the Canticum's stores of quintessence, the one thing that allows people to truly pass on and die making their way to heaven, rather than being brought back again, changed. Speaking of the Canticum, we see this massive church elaborately carved with depictions of saints and angels, but most notably, it depicts the war between heaven and hell. A large crowd has gathered at the steps of the Canticum. They are awaiting with bated breath as a line of 5 criminals are brought out in chains by a tall man with curly black hair, dressed in a simple alb and vibrant purple outer cloak, seeming to have no maleficia of his own. Standing next to him is a man dressed in dark maroon robes and shrouded with a hood. He carries a long iron brand. His fingers, which curl around it, almost seem to writhe about on their own, with round mouths containing concentric circles of teeth that seem to try and bite outward. There's a burning brazier at his side. The man with the curly hair stands up to speak. Before us stands those accused of crime within our fine city. A city that has offered strength and protection from the demons outside our walls. They have endangered all of you with usury. The camera pans towards one of the 4 accused. Ian, please describe your character.
So Valentine there, being shackled by his hands, is an older gentleman, looks to be in his mid to late 30s. Average height gentleman who is of darker skin that kind of fades into more so of a green undertone-ish as the camera pans down, and you notice that he is afflicted by maleficia because his lower extremities are that of a giant slug.
Hell yeah.
However, this has not always been the case. We flash backward to not too long ago. I would say maybe about 3 days ago. And we see a cart set up in the center of Constantinople. A man, very similar to the one you have seen on the steps of the Canticum, however, now no longer with slug legs, stands on top of the cart giving a sermon.
Now, friends, if you come around here, I will show all of you what it is that I have for you. Not only do I have wares, but I have a word for each and every single one of you here today. If you just come and bring all of your sins, all of your burdens, and you lay them down here at my cart, I can provide you something that would take those and wash those away. And he shows an empty hand. And in his empty hand, he flips it, and there's a small bottle with this purple glittery liquid. Now, right here, if you just donate just a small little bit of your wares, this wonderful, holy healing potion will take care of all of your afflictions. Here we go. Listen, this gentleman right here, and he points over to a young person. This man could not walk. And now if you could look at him, sir, if you could demonstrate it. And as they do a backflip, and he goes, just one little sip. That's all you need under the guidance of our Lord. It was blessed. The tears of our Savior themselves, all wrapped in this small, teeny, tiny bottle for you to enjoy. Now, do not rush. I have plenty for everybody. And of course, the more the merrier. Not only people, but your money.
As you finish up your speech, an older woman, maybe closer to like 55 or so, steps her way forward. She is kind of covered in a cloak of her own, and as she reaches down into her pocket, you can see her trying to fumble to get this money because she does not have hands. She has these massive lobster claws instead, and she's trying to get into her coin pouch. Eventually, she pulls it out. She tries to reach in to grab a coin, but it spills everywhere, and she picks it up and places a coin in your thing and says, Please, I am in need of something. This is all I have.
And that is more than enough, especially if you come to our Savior for their blessing. And he places the small bottle, and he takes a small piece of tape and he tapes it to one of the ends of her claws. And he goes, now, please understand, take this wisely, but also make sure that you pray to our Savior and ask them for this healing. This is only but a conduit of your faith. Please, go now.
From the crowd, you hear a voice screaming out, Liar! This man is a liar and a thief! The potion does not work!
Now, hold on a minute, friend. Like I said to this lovely young lady here before, the potion is but a conduit. If it did not work, it may be that your faith is not strong enough.
You dare question my faith? My faith is strong as it has ever been, regardless of the maleficia I have attained. I am as pious as I ever once was. You are a liar and a thief, a scoundrel. The crowd starts getting riled up by his screaming and his yelling. They all start turning to you. The woman with the claws looks up to you with these horribly disappointed and sad eyes.
It's just, shit, and then she's
As you start trying to run away from this crowd, they all start chasing after you one by one. Go ahead and roll me a finesse check. We'll call this let's call it a difficulty 9.
Oh, right there.
There
DH,
are a
okay,
lot of crowds. So let's talk about rolling here in general. So there are 4 different ability scores. There is vitality, finesse, insight, and fervor. Each one of those stats has a different die depending on what they chose to put in. So you can either have up to a D12 or as low as a D4, and you have to beat a difficulty to succeed in something. You can spend grit, which is another resource, to increase a bonus or give yourself a bonus to that roll as well.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
What did you roll?
I rolled an 8.
Oh.
But I could burn a grit, right?
So
You could.
The way that grit works in terms of burning it You need to burn it before you roll, I believe.
Got it.
And you can only burn it in either 3, 6, or 9. You cannot burn just one.
Heard. Well, you know what? Let's see what this crowd does.
The crowd rushes at you. You are quick, but not quick enough. As you turn a corner, more of them are coming from that other direction as they have been kind of tossed into a fury by this heckler. You have to turn around a little bit, rushing into the crowd, and you end up running right into that old woman with the lobster claws who grabs you by the neck with them and starts squeezing.
Nah, friend. Listen. It's all based on your faith. You have to make sure that you humble yourself and that you pray, and then you take the lesson. It's like taking a communion, friend. You wouldn't. Yo, friend.
The man who started this grabs his staff that he was holding, the woman still holding onto you, and bashes you across the head with it. And everything goes dark. You wake up later, locked in a jail cell. You try and stand up upon your own 2 feet, but you do not have them anymore.
Shit. Hold on. As he tries to move across the cell room. Okay, hold on. 1, 2, 3. This is going to be frustrating.
We cut back to the steps of the Canticum in the presence. The man with the curly hair continues to speak. After pointing to you, Valentine, he turns to the next person in the row. Murder! Andrew, would you describe your character?
Standing in front of this crowd of people is a worn-down young man. It's hard to tell. His skin has definitely been beaten down by the sun a bit. You don't know if he's in his mid to late 20s or in his early 40s. It's kind of blurred. His skin is this strange, almost glittery texture, almost as if it was embedded with metal. And there's a giant grin that's peering behind a dark curly beard.
And we cut to the past on this as well. Again, in the city streets of Constantinople, we see a family. A merchant wearing several different rings, dressed in fine clothes. His wife, also dressed in a nice red dress, gold emblems along it. She has a bit of maleficia. You can see that there is an eye in the center of each one of her palms. And a little girl with them who is untainted by maleficia at this point. They call out to a passing carriage that is rolling by, and sitting on top of it is Bortz. You, sir, we need a ride.
Hey, good afternoon. How you doing this beautiful day?
I am doing well, thank you. Please.
Yes, hop in.
He opens the door for his wife and child, who gladly get in. You can see that he is constantly checking the time, as he seems to be in a little bit of a rush here. But he gets in regardless, and you start moving down.
So, where are we heading off to today?
We are heading to the markets, actually. I have an appointment that I need to make.
I see. It's a very good time of year to go to the markets. Lots of good imports here, a lot of good homegrown things here. It's just a good place to be most of the time. Are you local to the area? Are you visiting? Tell me about it.
I have business that I need to attend to there, and I would appreciate it if we could get there a bit faster than this.
A bit fast? Oh, I thought you'd never ask. Here, hold on. Come on, let's go. And the pace begins to pick up the carriage in a very sudden and alarming rate. Basically just full mount. These horses that he's driving are going at full gallop down a very busy city street.
As you are charging down the streets, people are jumping out of the way of the cart as you are careening down the road.
Yeah, don't worry about it. They know better.
The man in the back starts like holding on to his wife and kid as you are going incredibly fast. He's like, are you trying to kill us? I said get us there fast, not get us there dead.
They'll get out of the way. Don't worry. So tell me about yourselves. I mean, who's this lovely little lady with you?
You take a sharp turn to the right, and all of them kind of fly off to the left of the cart, slamming into the door, which seems to almost open slightly as it slams back on two wheels as the cart keeps on moving.
Sorry, tight corner. Should have warned you. That's on me.
As you are continuing down the road, eventually the cart is coming up against another intersection, and you can see a slower moving wagon, one pulled by a mule rather than horses, is getting into the intersection here. I need you to make me a finesse roll.
Finesse, you got it.
We'll call this a difficulty 10.
Difficulty 10? You sure that's a difficulty 10?
You are going incredibly fast right now, and it is going to be very hard to dodge this cart.
Well, I have an 8 for my die.
Okay.
So I'm going to expend 3 grit.
Okay, so that's a +3.
And that will be a total of 8.
With an 8, your horses crash into the mule, sending your entire cart flying up over it. You fall to the ground before the cart does, and you can see for a moment the cart falling and slams down into you. You wake up on a stone slab. You look around the room for a moment, and something seems off. It's almost like maybe your head got hit a little bit hard as you hit the pavement, because you are seeing almost double. Like there's a split perspective.
That was not great. I'm gonna look around the room.
You look around the room, and it does seem to be a cell of some sort. The room has a barred wall, essentially, with a door in it. It's pretty simple overall. And there is a man currently in the room who is leaning up against the wall, arms crossed, with a spear by his side.
I guess that didn't end well, huh?
No, I suppose it didn't.
Bortz surveys the room a little more, trying to see if he can collect his surroundings a bit. And as he's looking around, he realizes he feels this cold hardness still against the back of his head. And he puts his arm, feels the slab, and then kind of traces up to where his eyes are. And at the base of the socket is a decently long eye stalk that now protrudes out of his head. Well, good thing I don't wear glasses.
We cut back to the steps of the Canticum. The man continues to speak. Apostasy. We turn to the next person down the line. Rachel, please describe your character.
Cyris Akropolites is a skinny young man, about 20 years old. A mop of dark hair hides his face, or at least the upper portion of it. He is scrawny, like I said, thin arms and legs. The attire says someone who pursues knowledge, and the eyes says someone who pursues knowledge you're not supposed to know.
We cut back to another time where Cyris is in a small library, more of a personal library than like a full big library of the city itself. Books line the walls as a candle slowly burns down, set against the desk that Cyris is currently studying at. There are papers strewn about, each one talking about a different thing, but for the most part, the one that he has is talking about out-of-body experiences. You read through the pages here, but before you can finish, your candle goes out.
Ah, shit. Again? I look to the candle, the smoke that's pluming away from the burnt-out wick, a mass of wax at the base of the candlestick holder. And I go to, scrape it off the table. Last time I left one of these around, my mentor told me that I was around too long. And he doesn't particularly like me being here too late. So I dispose of it accordingly. After I scrape the wax, I look over to the papers that I was reading. And I've done this before, and I shouldn't do it again. My mentor, Theodore, doesn't like that these things leave his study. But sometimes he doesn't know what's missing. So I scoop them up and neatly pack them away into my folder, just holding on to one, maybe a little bit of reading material for my trip home.
You take that one home. You start walking out of the library. Theodore goes to bed earlier than you do. So you perhaps leave him a little bit of a note saying that you'll be back in the morning and you'll see him then. And as you start walking the streets with this paper, the street lights that are there, the torches that alight the roads, because Constantinople, although on the decline, is still a bustling city, light your way, and you figure why not continue reading a little bit. As you go through this, it talks about several things that are against what most people believe to be true. There's one account in particular of this man who had a near-death experience. This was before the abandonment. And while most people talk about seeing a bright light, talk about seeing loved ones, talk about all of the things that you anticipate seeing, this one does not. It speaks of nothing. A dark void that is just there. Nothing around, no one to greet him at any gates. A darkness. And as he looks around and cries out for something, someone to explain anything of what is going on, he sees these dark shadows. And he knows that something is wrong. They chase after him, moving like dogs hunting prey, and at top speed, they rush him. As he scrapes and pleads to get back to his body, with a second to spare, right before they are on his heels, he snaps back to reality, to this world. Quickly writing it down and handing it to someone who Theodore knows somehow he got a hold of this, and you know that the church would want this buried.
Oh, this isn't good.
Right as you say that, you are turning the corner, still engrossed in this sheet of paper, maybe reading again over and over to make sure that you are memorizing the details of this before you bump into somebody.
Sorry, sir.
This person is wearing the maroon robes of the Canticum. They look you
hi!
up and down, and they say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bump into you. Here, let me help you with those. He reaches down to grab some of the papers.
Totally got it. I will, and I reach down to the ground and I start scrabbling everything that I may have dropped and try to collect them, but maybe I miss one.
You do miss one.
Oh, no.
He reaches down and grabs it. It is, of course, the most damning one.
Oh, no.
He reads it, looks to you, and starts calling for the guard.
No, please. I really, it was just something I found and I just...
Guards!
No!
People start rushing towards you. You can hear some bells chiming as the guards march their way towards you and grab you, pulling you towards the Canticum.
No, I swear!
This one has committed apostasy and shall be punished accordingly.
No!
You are grabbed and hauled into the doors of the Canticum, and the last shot we see is them slowly closing, and the doors shut.
You don't understand.
And finally, we get to the fourth person in this lineup. The man with the curly hair calling out their crime. Heresy. Mozz, please describe your character.
Covered head to toe with the robes of a nun, fully covering their face, even walking away from the sunlight, just standing in shade, is a pale, well, looks to be very pale, but if they could be in the sun, their skin tone is an olive, dark tan, but it's as if the color of it has been just pulled away, just desaturated. They're around late 30s, 40s, wrinkles under their eyes, a couple of freckles across their face, a little bit of sagging skin, and they keep their sleeves really tight, pulled in. But every time they go to reach for their books, which they carry everywhere with them, with journals, a mixture of scientific principles and the good word. Sister Marula, their sleeves show tattoos of words that they love from everything. Magic is science that we don't understand, that goes into scripture, that is those who are wise will shine like the brightness of the heavens, and goes back into scholarly work and then back into quotes of the word, and just whatever is new and old. You would need to be close enough to see it, but they are so mixed together and hidden under their sleeves. They're just shuffling around, watching and hearing that word. That's the wrong word.
We flash back to the Cantica. This is much farther back than some of our other scenes, probably about 40 years ago. And Sister Marula sits in prayer at one of the chapels within the Canticum itself. You sit there, minding your own business, deep in thought about the nature of things. The abandonment hasn't happened. It's not something that anyone would ever anticipate happening. But one of the other sisters makes her way towards you. Sister Marula.
Yes.
I'm so very sorry to interrupt your prayer, but you are needed in the gardens.
This is not a conversation. I like to leave. And they just do a quick bow and get up. Very well. Lead me.
She takes you to the gardens. It is this kind of vast greenery area. There are a lot of different plants that were brought to Constantinople. Plants not native to the area that take a lot of tender love and care to keep alive in this climate. But they do a good job of it. And you see that in the gardens here is a man who touched the wrong plant. You can see that their skin has started to break out in a rash, but they don't quite know what to do about it.
No, you see, when Sister Marula says not to touch things, it's sincerely, like, this is...
I'm sorry. I was just trying to... I was just trying to help weed out the place. Please, what can we do about this?
Let me see. I have something in my storeroom. I can mix something together, and then you should be good. A couple nights of sleep, maybe something to knock you out for the pain, and then nothing is going to happen, okay?
You head to the storeroom where you have your things, and as you get there, you're rummaging around looking for the tools that you need, and you start to overhear a conversation that is happening outside. Yes, well, we've gotten quite, the extra tithing this year. Should be put to good use, I hope, maintaining the gardens and such. But if some of it went missing, I don't think anyone would miss it. We are, after all, over budget. You can hear the other person respond, Yes, I certainly think that wouldn't be the case. But remember, we should check in with David about the books of it all. He should be able to take care of it. And they walk away. And this was the first time of many that you have started to see things that you shouldn't. We cut a little bit further into the future. We see you learning a little bit more about the corruption within the church here. And then moving even more forward, after the abandonment, you can see how the church was handling things. How they started to hoard quintessence, how they wouldn't let anyone else touch it unless they paid a hefty price for it. You know that this isn't right. This is not what God would want, and you have tried to speak out about it on numerous occasions.
The last couple of years, Sister Marula has given a new word for God, just that one. And watching them squander it away, or hoard it, has made her face more pale and just seething with anger.
And one final time, you try to make a plea to the prior of the Canticum. But this time, it does not go well.
How could you?
How could I what?
How could you not listen? How many times do I have to go back and forth just explaining to you over and over again what you are doing?
Sister Marula, quintessence is a finite resource. We cannot give it to everyone who needs it. Otherwise, no one will make it to the kingdom of heaven, and all will be fallen of this Malficia, these demoniacs, these horrible abominations. I have told you on numerous occasions of this, and I will not hear of it further, because now you will be set to banishment from this Canticum, and not only that, banishment from this city of Constantinople. I am done.
Fine, then do it. Then choose who will earn that place up in heaven, and then when they see the plague, the rot that is rotting inside of you. Oh, I can't wait to watch them kick you straight off that cloud.
And we cut back to the steps. The man with the curly hair pointing to the fifth person in this line. And vagrancy. The man is covered in Maleficia. He has these tentacle arms that writhe about, almost moving of their own free will, as if they have minds of their own. You can see that his face is covered in these strange hives that kind of pus and bubble dripping down onto the steps. You can see it almost hissing as it hits the stone. You see that his jaw is split in half, almost as if there are mandibles on it, and you can see these spikes growing out of his back. In this great city, we cannot and will not tolerate such crimes, the punishment for which is banishment. To roam the world at the mercy of those demons outside our walls. You can hear the crowd start cheering that has gathered here. But we are not without mercy, and you are not without redemption. You 5 accused have the option to help this city, to aid in its struggles against the demoniacs and choose to go on a pilgrimage to gather more quintessence, the lifeblood which protects us from the false death. What say each of you? Do you wish to be thrust out of the city never to return, or would you take the opportunity to return?
Yeah, that opportunity sounds pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to you. Can we stop at the stores beforehand, or we just get it thrown all, helter-skelter?
And how much does it pay? Is there a pay?
I think not being turned into a demoniac, I think, is the pay.
I mean, if we're in the negotiation phase, just a couple.
We are well
questions.
past any negotiation phase.
Well, friend, that's just with that tone, we're past anything. Fine, I guess I'll go.
Excuse me, isn't there a higher chance of becoming a demoniac outside of the walls?
It is a risk that you must take. Either you are out of the walls forever, or you have the opportunity to come back if you bring us more quintessence.
Well, if that's the only option and not be out there forever, yeah, I'm in.
If we bring you more. How much more?
And what if we can't find any? But we tried.
Then you will die out there.
Yeah,
Yeah, that doesn't sound right.
Glory.
That's not good.
Do you accept, Sister Marula?
It's not like I can walk straight back in there, can I?
The man at the end of this lineup, the one covered in Maleficia, spits on the ground. I will not do anything to help a world who has done this to me. He starts coughing violently. Very well. Then you have made your choice. He gestures to the man in the robes, who pulls out several brands, sticking them in the brazier. Each one of you is held in turn, each getting your own brand on the side of your neck.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little something to numb the pain would be great. I don't know why you just went right in there. Oh my god. Oh, sorry, Lord Demon Fane. I'm
It
sorry.
sizzles. It sizzled on my neck. I don't like it.
The burning brand is placed on each one of you, hot iron against your neck. It boils and bubbles your flesh, searing in the symbol of the canticum and of your crime, marking you as a pilgrim. Moving down the line to the fifth person. Rather than getting a brand on their neck, they get it directly in their forehead, marking them as banished for all cities to know that they will never be allowed back into civilization. He is grabbed and hauled off the stairs to the canticum. Those of you about to go on this pilgrimage, I wish you luck and God's grace. May you return so that we may return to the light of heaven. With scorching pain still in your necks, you are ushered inside the canticum. Instantly, you begin to feel a little bit cooler than the oppressive heat of summer as the marble walls soothe those brands. The Master of Pilgrims walks you through the halls, which seem incredibly decadent, containing beautiful objects from all over the world, several of which seem to be containing a light glow, the glow of quintessence. You can hear the choir which the canticum maintains constantly, reverberating from the walls here, as quintessence can only be drawn out through the power of song. As he leads you through the halls, the Master of Pilgrims begins speaking with you. You are all aware of what you have agreed to, then?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, we go find quintessence, and if we don't, eternal damnation.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes.
That would typically be the case. However, we are in need of assistance with another task.
Oh, great. Just give us more, you know.
Do we get paid for this one?
You will be given an allotment from the Canticum stores to help you.
Oh.
That's different.
Helpful.
The Diarchs wish to send an envoy to the new Emperor of Rome, welcoming her into the fold and hoping that their alliance will create better trade for all of us. Your job will be to help escort our gift.
Okay, I mean, sounds pretty good.
Isn't that far?
Yes, incredibly.
Oh.
You will be traveling along the roads, but there will be ship travel involved as well. We do know of a merchant ship that still sails the Adriatic.
All right. I assume I'm driving the caravan.
You will not be. We
Oh,
have
okay.
a large force going on this mission.
So we have like a protection then?
Yes, there will be soldiers involved as well. We must protect this gift as it makes its way to Rome.
Question: what kind of gift are we we're transporting here? We talking goods, gold, a nice poem? What?
The goods is not your concern.
Well, I mean, it's kind of a little bit of our concern if we were to be able to like make sure it gets there. We need to know what it is and how to protect it. So,
Proper storage. I mean, do we have to keep it dry?
Is it going to kill us?
And why are we doing that if there are soldiers protecting it?
That's also a good question.
There are only so many soldiers that we can send. We still
we
need to
are
protect the
soldiers.
walls here.
And you send an old nun and whatever we are.
If you would prefer, you can go and find more quintessence. That is a more dangerous route. I assumed that you would jump at the chance for something like this.
I'm not doing a lot of jumping.
But if that is not the case,
Whoa, hold on.
These are just questions. Can an old woman not be curious?
But so hold on, you're saying that instead of getting the quintessence, we're going to help with this?
yes.
Oh.
Okay. You know?
Oh, I thought this was a side.
Presumably, Rome will have something to send back, whether that is word or a gift in return.
Okay.
So that is of more priority than the quintessence.
Unfortunately, it is of more importance to the Diarchs to build relations with other cities, with other bastions of civilization, than to send one more group out for quintessence.
I mean, sounds pretty good to me. I don't know about you guys. I mean,
If it's just one trip there and then coming back with the following gift, then I can sit in a carriage or two.
what's that, 2 weeks maybe?
2 weeks, so long as you don't run into anything that delays you.
Such as...
Bandits, demoniacs, wild animals.
But that's what the soldiers are for, right? To take care of all of that. We're just babysitting a gift that we don't know what it is.
You will also be responsible for protecting the gift. I anticipate that Saltuk will put weapons in your hands if need be.
Cyris, I think from this point in the conversation, if you were to look at him, you would see his eyes kind of shift back and forth in his head, making kind of calculations and planning for what this might entail.
I think Valentine kind of sees that because he's been scanning everyone to begin with, just to kind of get reactions, and he kind of literally slides over.
Oh, gee.
Great.
Well, what you thinking over there? You
Huh?
got an idea? Huh?
I'm just thinking about this is a good opportunity for us to have guards and bring the gift.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, we're not going on a wild goose chase. I mean, it's kind of a great deal if you really think about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Casey, as a swindler by nature, is there something that I can do to glean like a little bit more about this?
About this mission overall?
No, I actually, you know what? I want to funnel it into like what Cyris has got going on.
You want to insight me?
You can roll insight.
I want to. Yeah.
What I would say for you, Cyris, then, is if you are trying to keep something hidden.
I am.
I would say you could probably roll, let's see. I would say fervor.
If I could spice it, fervor, if I could spice it, I would like to charm Cyris into just telling me what they're thinking.
That would be fervor versus fervor.
Okay, now
good.
I would like to burn 4 of my grit. Yeah, so using my power of eloquence, when making a charm check to convince or deceive someone, burn 4 grit to roll with advantage.
Excellent. So that would be rolling with advantage. You can absolutely do that.
Okay.
That's a lot of effort for. What die are you rolling?
A D6.
Great. I got a D4.
Great. Oh. Okay.
How do you do against a 2?
Barely a 3.
Incredible. This space, we're still with the guy that's...
He is still there.
Yeah. Is there a room for an aside?
No, he is leading you somewhere right now.
Great.
Although you could like fall back a little bit if you don't want him to hear you.
I do not want him to hear me.
I'm a slow walker anyway, so, you know. Fred, listen, if we are to be working together, we need to trust each other, and I can see something going on in that old noggin of yours, and I'm a man of ideas as well, and I'd like to share, maybe compare notes. What you got going on in that old head of yours?
Well, and Cyris like leans. Cyris is not very tall, like 5'3". Like, are you taller than that? Probably?
Mind the sludge. Sorry.
Yeah. We both lean together, and he's like, I've always been really nervous about adventure. I don't know, but I question what's beyond these walls, and I think there's an opportunity for a lot of knowledge, so I'm trying to consider how I can get as much information as possible.
Oh.
I was kind of interested in looking for the quintessence, but I think this is something a little bit more interesting, and I'm trying to figure how to get the most information out of this situation.
Well, depending on where we go, we might be able to do both. We can get information on the way about what we see and who we run into, because we are assuredly to do so. And then when we get there, we can glean more information.
My crime was apostasy because I had information and I was found with it.
Well, you learn, right? Now you can be a little bit better at how you hide it.
And I'm going to be better at how I learn it, too. If it means I have to put my hands on it.
That's nice. Hopefully I can help you on the way.
I feel like that's all we have to do here. As much as I don't want to.
Right. Mind the tail. Excuse me.
I feel like we're going to have to clip that sound effect for later.
Yep.
The Master of Pilgrims continues to walk you through the halls here, eventually leading you to a door. The Canticum and the church, thank you for your service and hope this will help be rehabilitative for you. And we will supply you with the necessary tools for you to accomplish our goals here. He opens the door to a massive chamber containing several weapons, armor, other supplies, potions, balms, things of that nature. The Canticum broker will assist you however you like. Each of you take one of these. He hands you each a small card. Give this to the broker, and she will supply you with what you need. I have other matters to attend to before you depart, but I will see you at the gates later this evening. And he gestures for each of you to enter the Canticum stores.
Well, thank you for the opportunity. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. We'll make our set. Is there a limit to what is in here? Or?
Looking at the card, you can see that it is basically giving you the equivalent of it's giving you basically the equivalent of 100 silver to spend within the stores.
That's pretty good.
That's actually not bad at all. Okay, thank you. And also with you. Okay, here we go. And then Valentine, yeah.
And look, between the two of us, we make a full slug, huh?
Don't touch me.
My name's Bortz. My friends call me Bobo, but
I will not be calling you Bobo. Bortz, Valentine, if you please.
Good
Excuse
to
me.
meet you.
I'm going to do that as much as I possibly can.
Yeah, you will.
I'll lean over to Sister Marula. Yeah, I guess he's a little sensitive about the whole slug leg thing.
So they move their habit over the trail, and they're just tiptoeing through. I don't know if he's sensitive. I think he's pretty confident, that one. No, hold on 1 second. And they just start pushing dirt or something to try and get the trail from moving. Just okay, there we go. I think we need to establish some rules before we get into a carriage.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Oh my God, look at all this stuff.
What look
at all this stuff over here too. Wow, they got everything.
You can look at one thing at a time.
You just go back over here.
You can stay one spot. And just
you just went right over my shoe. It's okay. It's all right.
I think this is the fastest I've seen Valentine move ever.
Do you know of him before this?
No, I just mean from walking in the hallway.
Oh,
that's fair, yeah. I mean, we were kind of going at a slow gait. My name's Bortz. My friends call me Bobo.
Hello, Bortz.
It's good to meet you, sister. Your name?
Me?
I meant the sister, but yeah, you as well, little one.
I believe Sister Marula, right?
Yes.
Marula, very nice name. And how about you, buddy?
Me. My name is Cyris Akropolites.
Oh, you got a last name? Man, that's pretty fancy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't got one of those.
And if you wish to call me just sister, that's fine too. I've gotten accustomed to it.
Sister works. Sister works.
Sister.
Yes.
Can you believe they left all of this here for us to gather? This is
if
wild.
You do not just slide over there and just pick what you want.
It is not just to gather.
Oh.
You see, coming from around one of the corners of shelves of things is a slightly older woman, probably around in her 50s or so. She has this graying hair, which is wrapped up on the top of her head, poorly disguising these multi-pronged antlers that are sticking out of it. You also notice at closer glance that she has sets of gills on either side of her neck as she is kind of walking around with sheafs of paper, placing them at the desk right by the door there. She sets them out and says, I see we have new pilgrims then. Excellent. I'm always excited to talk to your such. Tell me, is this your first time being a pilgrim?
Yeah. I mean, I've died before, but I've never got to actually go out and do the whole gathering thing.
That's because you did a crime. That's why you're
Yes, the
getting
pilgrimage
sent out.
is for a crime, not for dying.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true.
No, I've never committed a crime before. I actually don't even think I was committing a crime in the first place, but that's besides the point.
Crime is such a very intense way to put it. The only thing that I'm a criminal of is being passionate.
And passionate
get that.
apparently is a crime to some people. So I guess it's a crime if other people call it a crime.
I mean, technically what I did is homicide, but I mean, that it's kind of apples to apples.
Okay, so he actually did a crime, and Cyris takes a big, like, one of those comedically long, like, steps in the opposite direction.
Same with the sister,
accident. I didn't know. Homicide means it was not done purposefully. I did not willingly kill somebody.
There's blood on your hands, and for that I
no
choose
blood on my
to keep
hands.
space.
My hands are clean. Well, a little dirty, actually.
Anyway. Please, you may look through the stores if you like. I suggest finding a way to defend yourself. Even though you are traveling with a company, from what I hear, hordes of demoniacs are known to roam, and not all of them are going to be taken out by these soldiers that might be traveling with you. And I've heard as well that most of them aren't even trained. Most of them are like you. We have weapons, armors,
in our systems.
Drinks, whatever you like. Feel free to take a look. If you'll hand me each one of those cards as well so that we can get started.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
I just want to make it clear. I did not murder anybody.
She leans into you.
Right.
I understand, yes. I would love to hear of your exploits on how all of this happened, but I do believe there was already a flashback on that. So, after you've selected all of your items here in the Canticum stores, you are then ushered towards the city gates. You are led there, and you can see that there is a relatively large force of people in armor and wielding spears surrounding a large palanquin. Most of the men and women on this force seem to be untrained and uneasy about stepping foot outside of the city walls, but there are certainly others who seem to have a bit more experience. One such man is dressed in scale armor with a large sword at his side. He has deeply tanned skin from being out in the sun, but his face is canine in nature, with sharp wolf-like teeth. He steps forward to all of you, as well as the Master of Pilgrims, who has made his way back to you. Is this the last of them, then? We should head out soon so we can reach Bursa before dark. Yes, this will be all of them. Good luck, Saltuk. Two of them almost seem to share some sort of strange look before the Master of Pilgrims makes his way off, after making sure that you made it to Saltuk. All right. Have you been briefed on what our mission is?
Essentially, we're bringing a package to Rome, possibly bringing something back.
He nods. Good. You four will join me at the front, so I can keep an eye on you. Now, we move! As you make your way through these gates, the general vibe of the group is apprehensive. The trip to Rome will take about 2 weeks, with walking and also traveling over the Adriatic Sea, which, rumor has it, has changed drastically since the abandonment. The soldiers who are trained also seem like they might be slightly hesitant. Most have only been trained for guarding the walls, which offers a lot more protection than out in the open against these demoniacs. But traveling out here on their own makes it so much more dangerous, even with the about 25 or so of a force that you have here.
I'll look over to the Wolfman. Hey, so, how do I put this? First time out of the city, or is this like kind of a regular thing for you? I just want to kind of see where we're at with, comfortability. That's how you say that word.
Not the first time out of the city, but it is not a common occurrence. Ever since the abandonment, trade has not happened nearly as often or as frequently, so there is less to protect. Although, I suppose after 30 years, it is about time that we make more contact with the other bastions of society.
Yeah, I'd say so. It's been long enough. There's definitely someone there to receive us in Rome, yeah?
We have received word, yes.
Okay, that's good. I'm Bortz. My friends call me Bobo.
Saltuk.
Good to meet you.
You said there were other pilgrims on this with us?
Yep.
They are not of the recently pilgrimed like us.
They were not in that particular batch. They were probably made into pilgrims a couple of days ago, and they knew that this mission has been coming up, so they have been saving some of the pilgrims that have come in for this specifically.
How many people would you say are total then? Or maybe pilgrims specifically?
Pilgrims specifically probably make up about 70% of the force at close to like somewhere around 20 of the group.
Gotcha. Okay. I didn't mention this earlier, but Cyris, you would notice, looks completely normal. No visible maleficia, deformations, or otherwise. Just a kid. And I think he is walking with everyone, but clearly not physically adept and often becoming winded. Does not exercise or move all that much.
You can see that there are several other people here that don't have visible maleficia. There's one person amongst the other pilgrims who seems entirely normal, and then you start talking to him, and you can tell he has a forked tongue. So there are a lot of more hidden maleficia that you would be aware of. Not everybody is as obvious with theirs as others, like Bortz or Valentine. But
Yep.
you continue walking with this caravan. The palanquin is being carried by about 6 people, all holding onto the poles, lifting it up and walking with it. So your travel speed is not incredibly fast, just because they have to continue to carry that. You can see that there is basically a large ornate black box on top of it with intricate different carvings on each one of the different faces. However, as you continue walking, though, unfortunately, you left a little bit late, and you are not going to make it to Bursa before dark. So,
Oh, no.
rather than trying to push through the night, Saltuk has everyone set up camp.
Are we sure this is a good idea?
Yeah, why are we doing this?
What's wrong? You scared of the dark?
No, I am scared of the demoniac who are going to, give us more Malficia.
You know, that's a pretty good thing to be afraid of.
Well, it's about time that you get one, right?
Yeah, I don't want any. That's for sure.
It's not all bad.
Yeah,
Kinda.
I mean... Here, look at this. Hold on.
We do need to give the palanquin carriers time to rest and recuperate, and I don't want anyone to be overexhausted if we do come across any demoniacs.
I mean, can we just swap off with them?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not.
What needs to be protected so delicately?
He just kind of looks at you. You can see his wolf-like eyes staring into you, Marula.
If you've ever had an old lady just really give no, they're just staring back,
Absolutely. Why don't you make me a fervor check?
Oh, dang. Okay. What would be the...
You're rolling against him.
Oh, okay. So I there's no DC.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
That's a 1.
Is that the loneliest number?
A
That's
1?
the 1.
Okay.
Ooh.
Marula, as you stare into his eyes, he just kind of growls a little bit at you and says, "It is something that we need to protect for the state of Constantinople and for the new emperor of Rome." So that's what we're gonna do.
Goody.
I think while this is happening, Valentine is still like next to Cyris, and he goes, "It really isn't all that bad. I mean, the way you get one is kind of terrible, but then sometimes you get something that's not as favorable, but then sometimes you get something that is kind of." And he points his vision back to like his lower half, and you can see that he shakes his slug-like tail a little bit. You can see little cracks of electricity that kind of flow through it. Sometimes it's beneficial.
I understand. I just prefer being as far away from becoming a demoniac as possible.
Yeah, that's the downside.
My father became one. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for your father and for you.
It seems to be a fate we will all share one day.
Yeah, well. Might as well have fun with it, right? Always a silver lining. You get taller.
Are you saying something about my height?
I could say that what I'm saying is that you may have an opportunity to become taller. That's what I said.
Are you calling me short?
You set up camp here at this point. Several people start resting. You can see that Sultuk is organized. He gets his more experienced fighters to set up a perimeter around you, making sure that you aren't going to be ambushed in the night, while setting up different shifts and things like that. They seem to know what they're doing. And as you bed down and close your eyes to sleep, you get taken by that dark abyss of night again and awake to screams. And that is where we are going to end the session.
I am not a fan of this.
I expected it a little bit.
I chose not to expect it.
Well,
I chose not to expect
thank you so much, everyone, for joining us on this very first episode of Lost Requiem. Let's jump into our plugs here, starting with some of our guests. Let's start with you, Ian. Where can the people find you? Is there anything that you have going on?
Oh, yeah. Hey, I'm Ian. Like I had said before, you remember me from the first part of this thing when I did that before. Yeah, honestly, if you pick a social media, and I do mean any social media, and type in YABOIBIG, you will find me. And if you don't, let me know so we can monopolize that. Anything I got going on next, you'll be able to see there.
Let's jump over to Mozz.
Killing it.
Hello, I'm Mozz, or Megan Wright. You can find me everywhere at It's Mozzarella. Same thing. If you find a mozzarella out there that's available, like, let me know. I'm out here with like 3 L's, so I'm like, what's going on?
Rachel.
Hi, everyone. It's me, Rachel. You know all my stuff, but I'm going to say it again. At Rachel Kordell on socials or Majora's Rose on Twitch. I am in the past and unsure of things happening when this is coming out. So like Ian and Mozz, you can check my socials for the current update about what's going on. But yeah, check out my shit. I appreciate it. Thanks.
Andrew.
Have you checked out our buddies over at Homie and the Dude yet? 'Cause
No.
you should. They got
Okay.
a lot of cool supplements for all of your RPG needs.
Whoa.
And system agnostic, so you could really stick it in anywhere you want. Their newest supplement, the Scorched Basin, their Mad Max-inspired, post-apocalyptic fare, is going to be launching on September 2nd at 12 p.m. EST. So we got a little bit of time before then, but you got sample pages out you can look at. You can see what they're really building up. It's some pretty cool stuff. And once it does come out on their website, if you use code RPGesters at checkout, little birdie told me, you can get 20% off.
20%?
20%! That's crazy. That's
Then
a
what
fifth.
happens?
That's a fifth of the price. And that's just for you. And when you do that, we get a little something too. So everyone's happy. Anyways, Casey, what do you got going on?
Well, first off, I want to go ahead and plug this game, guys. Danse Macabre. If you are interested in this, we have a Kickstarter pre-launch page that is tagged down below. On top of that, you can search stillfleet.com/danceKS, dance spelled with an S. You can also check out their website. They have a bunch of other games as well at stillfleet.com. And you can check them on social media at Wythe Stillfleet. And that's where a bunch of their social stuff is, except for Blue Sky, which is stillfleet.bluesky.social for them. Also, if you like this show in general, you can support us over on Patreon, patreon.com/rpgesters, where we got a bunch of bonus content, including our after shows and things like that. We also are going to have an RP Guesters with the creators of this game coming out as well. So you can only get that on our Patreon. And you can check out our website at rpgesters.com, where we have a bunch of fun merch and stuff. And we don't have a thing for the end of this episode yet, but...
Wait,
What?
you know what else they should do? They should give us a 5-star review on all the platforms, because we need those reviews. Casey, I know that we're
It's
so you with the
hot.
air holes in the closet, but yeah, if you like Casey and you like how he's running this game, which I'm already freaking obsessed, please help us put air holes in his closet. We appreciate those 5 stars. Thanks, fam. Yeah, how do we end this one, team? Chant the Latin. Mozz is like, what the fuck is this? All right, bye guys.